So you've been around and seen the wrath and the wake of Katrina. How does it make you feel? What have you seen? And I know last night's show was centered on that.
So that was definitely my first time seeing the Ninth Ward and going down there since I've been here. What do you guys think?
I actually, because the reason why we came here was to support Reggie. He was having a charity event at the time, and all of that was unexpected, which I think made it so much more authentic and real. And it really affected us because we were here to like hang out and just really spend time together and, you know, in a way just like let loose. And we came here and it was something that was so moving to us, and it really changed our entire trip. And we ended up building a house for Habitat of Humanity, and just we didn't show that on the show. But
how many hours did you film to come up with last night's season finale, second season finale?
I would say it was like, 5 days. I think we were here.
Are there any more pretty?
And we just filmed the whole time from when we got here, just every moment of our trip and our experience. And I think I found it really interesting that, like, hanging out and walking around in the French Quarter and stuff and going to Reggie's house, we didn't notice any of the damage or devastation that went on. But then when we met his family, who graciously showed us around and spent their time with us, that's when we really got to see everything that happened.
It was just great. They loved the show, and they said all their friends were so happy about it, and that made me feel good because you never want, like, they were being so kind and showing us all this stuff and really hard things that happened to them.
Yeah, just in general, are you all surprised by the success of the show and how popular the show has become?
I am.
I mean, I think that, when you start a show, you don't really know what's really going to happen. And, I think first season, there wasn't a whole lot of promotion like there was second season. And the fact that it just blew up was just really kind of shocking to all of us.
But also this season, we're a lot more comfortable in front of the cameras, and it gives people, now the first season we were all introduced to the public, and now everybody knows who we are.
Right.
So we got to go and really venture out and really like express our personalities. So that's why I think this season was so much bigger, because it's so much more authentic and we're so much more comfortable.
Is there,
I think the show really works too, because there's so many of us. There's so many family members and characters, if you will, in the show. So every week you can see something new about each different person. And I think that's what'll give the show its longevity, and there's so much more from each one of my family members, daughters, sons, all the stuff going on that we haven't even scratched the surface. So they think there's drama now. Just wait.
That you guys are always on camera. Does it interfere with your lives?
I think that you sign up for this gig and you make a commitment, and I think we all committed as a family that this is what it's going to be. So it really hasn't been intrusive or bothered any of us to an extent that it's any complaining going on. I think we're all having a really good time.
Anything else that you want to add, whether it's the show or your visit to New Orleans that we didn't ask?
I wanted to add something about New Orleans, and I've noticed that in talking to everybody who lives here, that Katrina is so powerful. It's as if just, everybody here, that I didn't realize it's like it happened yesterday. Everybody, it's like their lives are sort of before Katrina and after Katrina. And just in everybody's everyday conversations, people will just casually say, well, now before Katrina, I was working over here, and then so it's definitely, such a powerful subject, and it's so interesting and powerful to hear the conversations that everybody has, because it makes you realize, what went on here was so crazy, and we have no idea, unless you were really here and experienced it. But what an effect this had on everybody's lives. Even if they weren't in the exact worst spot where it hit, everybody, in the surrounding areas had so much compassion for their neighbors and friends, and it's been amazing hearing the stories.